This rising, she wakes with a knot in her chest. Yesterday's shadows still linger. The words they exchanged some time ago echo in her mind, sharp and stinging. The part of her that fears being too much wants to retreat, to build walls again. Not out of depression, not this time. Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert. I'm not a doctor, guys. I'm just the messenger. Please do not pew pew the messenger. Across the continent, perhaps even across the world, he wakes heavy too. Somehow his pride is bruised. The part of him that fears never being enough whispers, "See, you'll mess this up again. You always do." Both feeling the tug of the old patterns of self-protection, avoidance, and withdrawal. Beloveds, do we have a case here where both are runners this time? Like, how does that even work? I'm really not sure myself. I really don't know. And you know what? Sometimes it's okay to just not know something. But feel the tug. Beneath the noise, something new is humming. A knowing. This isn't the end. This is yet another test. When they meet, the tension is there, and eyes avert at first. Breath is shallow, and their triggers want to flare again. But this time she does something different. She names it. Softly but firmly. When you shut down, I feel abandoned. I know that's not what you mean, but that's how the emotion lands. Her honesty doesn't accuse, it reveals. But as much as his honesty may trigger her, much can be said the same for him. He takes a long breath, and his first instinct is to defend. But he resists. I hear you, he said slowly. That he did. And he says, when you get emotional, it feels like a failure. I go swiftly and quietly because I don't know how to fix it. I get scared too. I panic too. Sometimes I don't know what to do. For a moment, that silence hangs. That uncomfortable silence that follows a soul truth. Then, relief. Not all shadows dissolve, but light enters them. And they see each other not as an enemy, but as wounded child selves learning to trust again. This is how twin flames and twin rays navigate the storms. Not by avoiding the mirror, but by choosing to look through it together, as if returning to the halls of Amenti, unafraid of the funhouse effect of the mirrors, unafraid of the harsh lessons upon the turning of each page. The doors, the mirrors, the shelves full, endlessly, in rows upon rows with no end. This is where the breakthrough shifts their energies almost immediately as they walk side by side. The field between them is growing and glowing brighter. And it's noticeable. Someone in the background has already stopped him to say, "Brother, I don't mean to intrude." But she confirmed it. And you two look like you belong together. It's rare to see that. And then they laugh a little awkwardly. But inside, both know it's true. Much like when she meets with a friend, and she's also met with a stare and the blurting. You look different. A bit lighter. Like something has been lifted. And right around the same time in a different part of the world, he gets a phone call from his sister. You sound happier. I don't know what's changed, but I can feel it in your voice. And upon hearing this voice, whenever they do, their smile and that ripple will lighten as he wonders, how does she know this? Because she's divinely protected, blessed, and connected, beloved. And so are you. Their healing is no longer just for them. It's subtly shifting everyone they encounter. Perhaps someday they will sit together in quiet. No arguing, no over-talking, no rushing to play catch-up. Just presence. And maybe a little mustard, because ketchup's actually kind of gross. Why not just slice an heirloom tomato? But anyways. Now I'm craving a juicy burger. Oh my goodness, why now, sis? And why a burger? Oh goodness. Without planning, their souls are rising. They both feel it at once. A pull. Not backwards. This time, it's upward. They felt it alone, too. And now they're feeling it together, even when they're miles apart. A pull, as though the air around them is stationary. And a stairway. They close their eyes, and in the inner vision, they're standing yet again together in a circle of luminous beings. One of them has spoken, saying, each shadow you face together becomes a torch for others. Do not fear the mirror. It's the gate. The secret is out. Beloveds, take note. The mirror is the gate. She feels his hand tightening around hers. He notices the tiny little Last Supper hanging on the kitchen wall. And then he feels her strength steadying, much like his own. An anchor for that embodiment that they share, realizing their love is not fragile. It is a forge. When they return to their bodies, they tremble, lose a few tears, but not of sorrow, of soul recognition. As they part ways yet again, the world around them feels even more different, lighter, more alive. Even the stars seem closer. They are not perfect. Triggers will rise again. But now, they're learning how to meet them with honesty, compassion, and the shared vow. We won't run. No more running. She says, instead, we rise. And he saw it. And he smiled while still aiming to conceal his emotions that are readily showing up on his face. He's trying so hard to keep a handle on those micro expressions. But guess what? He's not fooling anybody. Friends and even strangers and even the unseen realms are bearing witness. The sacred reunion, is not only already holding from a distance, as it has been acknowledged in the astrals, it is growing, beloveds. It's growing. But, of course, in comes that voice in her head. Yet again, he doesn't care enough. You'll be left again soon enough. Instead of swallowing it, she writes it down, seeing it on paper and realizing this voice isn't mine. It's the echo of every time being abandoned before. He notices his chest tightening and the urge to withdraw. Dang, bro. If I say the wrong thing, I'll prove I'm not good enough. Instead of hiding and burying himself in some kind of work or distractions, he takes some deep breaths and lets that tension move through his body instead of calcifying inside of it. Both are preparing, not perfectly, but consciously, to show up differently, but still authentically. Gearing for the next confrontation when they meet. Their bodies know the old dance. She reaches for closeness. He slightly leans away. He retreats, then she reaches harder. This time, she pauses, and instead of pushing, she speaks softly. Right now, I feel afraid you'll leave me. And emotionally, I don't need you to fix it. I don't need you to do anything for me. I don't need you to take care of me. I just need you to hear it. Her willingness to be vulnerable with him has disarmed him. His instincts to defend are fading and replaced by even more curiosity. Who is this? Why do I feel like I've known her for lifetimes? And even in this lifetime, as a baby, two sisters walking the hallway with two extremely conscious babies, already very well aware. And he answers to her. When you say that, I feel pressure, like I'm already failing. But I want to stay with you. I'm here. And then the air shifts. That trigger has been named. And by naming it, it loses its power. Or at least some of its bite. She can already see it. What is to come. Soon they'll be sitting under a tree with that uncomfortable silence. But she feels already, before the encounter even happens, that ease in her chest. Knowing, beyond all doubt, his body will unclench. And both of them will realize something important simultaneously. That the fight wasn't against each other. It was against the echoes of their own past. And in that awareness, their roles emerge more clearly. She is the mirror for his hidden wounds, showing him where his heart longs to stay. He is the anchor for her swirling emotions, showing her that love can remain steady, even when the storms rise. She, being an energy worker, knows how to shear the eye of the storm And with one hand, she reduced it from a category 4 to a category 2. And he will find out later it was all for him. I mean, it was for the people too. But the inspiration and influence behind the energy field was that timeless, potent, intense, infinite, eternal love in its purest, most sacred form. Something was placed on his heart to tune into her. And he came across the words that made everyone else laugh and make fun of her. And something right then was solidified in his heart. A placeholder. Not a person as a placeholder, but an energy holding space for her. And now he is an anchor for her swirling emotions, showing her that love can remain steady even when storms arise. And she is the mirror showing him where his heart longs to stay open. And somewhere in that tapestry of energy, both of them say simultaneously, hold the line. Their energy fields intertwine. Ooh, that rhymes. Not intentionally. She actually sees light rising around them, golden strands weaving like threads in that very same tapestry. He doesn't see the colors, but he feels the warmth in his palms, as though that unseen current is flowing through him. This is how shadow transforms. Not by denial, not by escape, but by meeting it together in presence. The rest will unfold differently. Stopping for tea, the woman behind the counter smiles and says, "You two are a breath of fresh air. I don't know why, but you make me feel calm." Sometime later, he gets a phone call asking for advice out of the blue. And the person on the other end says, "You just seem clear-headed lately." And she's also getting a message from someone saying, I don't know what's happening with you, but I dreamt of you last night. And Rock, you were glowing. They begin to realize the way they navigate their shadows isn't just healing them. It's radiating out and silently inviting others to heal too. When they meditate separately, they both feel the same vision arise. A forge of fire. 2 swords heated and hammered. And each time a trigger arises between them, it's like the hammer striking the blade. In your arms, not to break it, but to refine it. And then the voice of their higher guidance speaks. Do not fear the sparks. The sparks are proof of the creation. Beloveds, our God's sparks are proof of the creation. They wake from the meditation with that same thought. We're not breaking each other. We're sharpening each other. Iron sharpens iron. Takes on a whole new meaning. A twin ray union or reunion isn't about never triggering each other. She's no longer that traumatized, battered and abused and abandoned and gaslighted to appear as the one who abandoned everyone. Naming the wound instead of weaponizing it. And he is no longer coming off as that cold and calculated, narcissistic fallen angel. He's rising again. He chose the light and to stay present when the body wants to run. Seeing the child within the other and not just the adult mask. Allowing the fire of conflict of the past to refine, not destroy. And when they chose this path, the world around them felt it. Because their union is not only personal. Wait for it. Your spirit speaks. Wait for it. Calling me deeper, I'm already there. It is collective medicine. And that is the message. I want to thank you so very much, multiversal soul, familia, for tuning in. with much gratitude and appreciation from my heart chakra to yours. Brightest of blessings.